Please be seated. Have any of y'all seen this? Some of y'all probably has. I'm pretty sure Jane Fisher knows exactly what this is. These are my keys. They don't even have Trinity's keys on them. Those are on my cane right now. These are my keys. These are my keys. Y'all will sometimes hear me say that I'm a medical mom. And I don't say that because I've spent days in the hospital. I don't say that because, I've watched my daughter have blood transfusion. There are certain parts of our journey that aren't the same as other medical parents. I say that I'm a medical mom because we have a favorite spot at Children's. I say I'm a medical mom because at every possible place in the medical system that can have a breakdown, every single one, I have experienced it. The orders don't get to the right doctor. The prescription doesn't get to the pharmacy. The insurance bills it incorrectly. They changed the appointment date without telling us. Every single place we have experienced that with Linda Rose. What that also means is that we have hard-won lessons on how to make our lives just a little bit easier. And this is one of them. So we go to Children's, and if you've never been to Children's, attached to Big Barns, it's got a 7-floor parking garage. And most of those people have never been in this parking garage before. And so my heart breaks a little bit every time we go, because not only do we have a favorite spot, there are people who are acting like it's their first day on earth, because it is. But it also means that there are a lot of people who are there, who are going through the worst days of their lives and not paying really close attention when they're driving. And so people aren't looking out for tiny little kids walking through the parking lot. They're just trying to figure out how to keep the tears streaming out of their eyes and park in the car so that they can meet the kid in the thing, right? Like they are doing something. And we have a favorite spot because of elimination, right? Like there's a reason. But what we also figured out is that Linda Rose would get out of the car and run. We've been going to Children's every week for more than 2 years at this point. Sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. And what I couldn't have was right before an appointment, when I have to be in medical mom mode, right? Ready to talk to the clinician about all the things that we need to talk about, figure out where we're going, make sure I'm keeping track of the child. Do I have the sippy cup? All the things. The last thing I needed was for my heart to drop and have Linda Rose run out in a place that was very scary, right? The likelihood of something happen was even higher than the Schnucks parking lot. So we figured out this. She didn't want to hold my hand. But what she would do is I would do this, and she would hold on to the lanyard. And that way we kept each other close. And she wasn't so far away, I couldn't yank her back when I saw a car tearing around. So now all I have to say is lanyard, and she'll just grab the end of the lanyard. We developed a way that we could both do what we needed to do and be safe. That's what I mean when I say I'm a medical mom. In our gospel passage this morning, we have Jesus frustrated. He's so frustrated. John was one kind of prophet, and they were saying, Jesus come is another kind of prophet, and they're going, it's like, what do you people want from me? I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. And he enters into a conversation that the people of Israel had been having for a very long time. He used their language of yoke. This is not a neutral term. This was a term that was being used. The yoke of Torah. The yoke of Babylon when they were in captivity, in exile. It was the yoke of Babylon. Jesus recognized that the people he was talking to were already yoked, and this time by Rome. They were already yoked by Rome. So Jesus isn't saying, fling off your yokes and let's go skipping into the sunset. No, because that denied the reality of their current existence. Their current existence was already yoked. Jesus' invitation, do you hear? Come. Come. Not you must, or right now. Oh my God, if you don't do this right now. We've had a couple of those moments. It's come. The yoke of God is different from the yoke of Babylon. It's different from the yoke of Rome. Jesus is reminding us that there are times when this is the picture we have. This is the picture we have. When Linda Rose is in that parking lot, this is the picture she has. I have this picture. Y'all, God's got this picture. The invitation is not to deny that our picture isn't real. It is real. It's very real. The struggles that we engage with in life, those are real. It's not imagined. But they may not be the whole picture. Christ's invitation in this is to set down those shackles of Rome and instead be tethered to the one who wants us to flourish. Be tethered to the one who wants us to flourish. Because the reality is, and this is what Jesus doesn't deny, is that the parking lot is scary. The world can be very, very scary. As I sometimes say, I'm just a little Meg in a great big giant world. And the tether reminds me that in that parking lot, I can just be Meg. That you can just be you. That God's got the bracelet and is holding on tight. And will be with you. And will be with you. And will be with you. So come to me, all you who are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, for the burden is light. Amen.